Hey you guys, it's Auntie L, your gardening auntie. Thank you so much for joining me. As I stated last week, I'm trying to just stay consistent with my postings. So this is another update. This has been a very productive week, but right now we've just got Misty hanging out with the chickens. Looks like she's found a cricket or something that she's chasing under the fence. But let's get into it. First things first, we have the front yard monstrosity. This is after the hurricane has come through and the remnants of the okra that were there. Earlier in the season, I had corn in this bed, but it's time for the majority of this okra to come out. I'm going to leave a few of them in there just for seed, but we're going to switch over to our fall garden. And this is what it looks like now. I did leave in the Malabar spinach and the eggplants that are under the trellis. But in the beds on either side, I've planted two types of collard greens, a row of lettuce, and then some celery. And I mirrored that on the opposite side. And I'll go back through once these are established to put in some beets and some radishes. The good thing about radishes is that they grow so quickly that you're able to put them in, take them back out before they disturb anything or can shade out any of your other plants. And here we are in the backyard. We've taken all of those trimmings, all of the weeds that we've pulled out and thrown them back here under the fruit trees for the chickens to have at. They're going to kick that all in, eat through all of those weeds and trimmings, and it's going to provide really great fertilizer over the winter, natural fertilizer over the winter for the fruit trees. And now here we are on the side of the house. I have these 3-foot by 3-foot garden beds that are connected. There's 2 rows of 3 of them that are connected by an arched trellis that go from the pathway from the front of the house to the back. And in the winter, I use these beds to grow lettuces and to grow more collards, winter vegetables, etc. So I did have a small bit of extra lettuces that I bought that won't fit in that front bed. So these are just going to get popped in here. Really quickly wanted to mention this paper that I have lining these garden beds. I did a volunteer event earlier in the year through the Master Gardeners Association here down in Clayton County, Georgia. And I took all of the bags, these paper bags, thick, heavy paper bags, and I used them to line these garden beds, and they have been fantastic this entire season. They've held up really well, and they have kept the weeds from growing in these garden beds. I want you all to remember you don't need to go out and get plastic that is going to leach out into your garden bed. You can use really heavy paper. Cardboard works wonderful. Even newspaper laid down in a thick layer will work as a weed suppressant. And you can just poke a hole in it, pop your plant down in there. And if you need to use a mulch, you can do that as well. But because these are on the side of the house and nobody's going to see it, I don't bother with the mulch. So, we've got a lot more cleaning out to do, a lot more work. The more you add to your garden, the more work you've got to do to maintain it. But it's a process, and we just do a little bit every day or every couple of days when we can. And we just sit back and wait for the results. This is some ginger that I harvested. The first little bit of ginger that I harvested, I used it to make some tea. And I cannot wait for the rest of that harvest of the ginger and the sweet potatoes and the turmeric that'll be coming out in a few weeks. And this is just a really cute animal hanging out in the garden, catching flies and keeping us pest free. You all have a great day. Let me know what's going on in your gardens. I look forward to hearing from you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.